How will you feel if you just stroll into the internet and find the lady you went on a date with calling you a broke guy? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? Happy you guys are fine. Guys, in today's video we are going to be reacting on the lady that came out to say that she went on a date with a 6'4" broke guy. I don't really know what that means, so that's what we are going to be reacting today. First of all, I'm going to play the video of the lady, and I'm going to put some of the videos out there that people were reacting to the video. Trust me, now Meg came out for her, but I think not in a bad way, maybe in a good way, but we are going to see. But before we dive into this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and also don't forget to leave your comments down below. Let's dive into this video.
I really do try my best to be nice to these niggas, but I can't. I really can't. I just got back from a date with someone I met on Hinge. Let's call him Alan because that's his fucking name. One thing I liked about Alan is that he didn't waste too much time. We talked for like a day and a half, and he was like, hey, I want to go out. Let's go on a date. And I was like, all right, perfect. I love it. We ended up going to Crazy Sushi in Wesley Chapel. And if you know me in real life or you watch my videos, I love sushi. I talk about sushi often. Every time I go out to eat, I go out for sushi. And everything was fine until Alan saw the fucking menu. At Crazy Sushi, you have the option to do an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is $36 per person. When the server gave us the menu, Alan was like, is this $36 for both of us? It's per person. He was like, I'm on a budget right now. I can't afford much, and I'm trying to save money. You asked me to go out. He says, is this the only option? I said, when the server comes, ask him what else you can do. The server comes and says you can do a la carte, which means you're just paying for the roll. You're paying per roll. The server gives us the a la carte menu, and he was like, yeah, these prices are way much better. Are you okay with doing this? I said, no. I said, no, when I go out to eat, I order what I want, I buy what I want, and I'm not gonna not get all you can eat sushi when I'm at a sushi place. I love sushi. I say, we're gonna order separately. I want the all you can eat, and he's gonna do the a la carte. We go through the menu. I place my order, he places his order, and he says, I'm sorry, like I'm on a budget right now. Are you okay with paying for your own food? I said, that's fine. The only reason I said that's fine is because I'm not gonna not get what the fuck I want at one of my favorite sushi places. He ends up ordering two things. I don't know how much it cost, but he also ordered a Diet Coke. Or is it Pepsi? It don't matter. He ordered a soda. The server did not bring him his soda. The server brings us our sushi, but I think he forgot about his Coke. And Alan's like, I'm gonna wait to eat because I can't eat without drinking. So he's just sitting there the entire time with no drink and not eating his food, and I'm about to order a second roll. He's like, I think he forgot about me. Should I wave him down? I said, do what you have to do to get your drink. Like, you're a man. Why do I need to tell you to get the fuck up? He starts going like this at the table. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Not even like waving his hands in the air so the server could see him. He's like, hello, hello. And I'm like mortified because what the fuck is happening? The server comes and he's like, you forgot my drink, brother. Like, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, gives him his drink. Then Alan has the audacity to say, can I have some melted butter? The server says, butter? He was like, yeah, can I have some butter to dip my sushi in? Who eats butter with sushi? Who does? That's a legitimate question. I did not know people eat melted butter with sushi. The server goes, we don't have butter here. People typically use the soy sauce or the spicy mayo. Anywho, we're having basic conversation. I already know I'm not seeing you again, but I'm about to eat my sushi and order more sushi to go. And he looks drowsy, very tired, and he keeps saying, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. Anyways, he goes to the bathroom, and then I ended up ordering pad thai to go and 2 more sushi rolls to go home with because it's all you can eat for $36. I'm gonna get my money's worth. He was in the bathroom, the server brought my pad thai, and when he comes to the table, he says, I thought you were done. Why are you rushing me? I said, I am done. He said, oh, I thought your food was going to be in a box. I said, I'm about to ask for a box. Why are you rushing me? He's like, it's just been a really long day. I said, we didn't have to hang out today if you're so tired. He was like, well, I just wanted to see you. Then shut the fuck up. Why are you complaining? I didn't have my card with me, so I go to the booth to pay. I go, can you hold my sushi for me? He's like, of course I can. That's the least you can fucking do. I pay for my food, grab my sushi. He goes, can I walk you to your car? I said, my car is literally like right out the door. Like, you don't have to walk me. He goes, but I want to. He walks me to my car. He opens my door, put my sushi in the car, put myself in the car, skirt, Karika's going home. I get home. This nigga had the audacity to text me to tell me it's not gonna work out and he doesn't think we should continue seeing each other. So I'm gonna show you my graceful response. People tell me that I'm Buttercup out of the Powerpuff Girls, that I'm a Sour Patch Kid because I'm sweet and sour, that I'm mean, because who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And I have my leftover pad thai that I'm gonna eat while I watch Housewives. Also forgot to mention that he's in his 30s, renting a room from some 66-year-old lady that his mom found for him. He works at Jess Pizza a few hours a week and does freelance on the side. Do I think me not wanting kids was a non-negotiable for him? Yes, but I also think it kind of intimidated him because I was like, I like to spend. I shop, I go to Sephora, I go to Ulta, I have lots of things. And that's just not a lifestyle he can clearly keep up with, or maybe he just doesn't want to, but babes, this not gonna work out. When he told me he works at Jess Pizza, I was like, I don't really like Jess Pizza. He says, why? Because it's expensive. You clearly think everything is expensive.
So there was this video of this guy and this girl. They went on a date. The guy is 6'4", and he looks good. And they go to this Chinese buffet, all you can eat. Lady's talking about she was kind of displeased because he couldn't, or either he couldn't or he didn't want to, but he gave her a reason he couldn't pay $36 per person for all you can eat. So he asked her, could we get something else or whatever the case. My whole point is, I don't know what city he in. $36? I'm in Houston. $36 per person? That's like 2 drinks. We didn't even get to the food yet. That's one entree for me. And that's on the low end when I'm going out and I'm taking a lady out on a date. But see, this is the thing. $36, if that's a lot to you as a man dating 2026, don't go on a date. Go on a job interview. Don't go on a date. A date. You need to be locked in on getting some extra shifts because there's no way you think that's a lot. There's no way.
Let me sum this up for y'all. She went on a date with a guy that she met on Hinge. They went to a sushi spot. It was an all-you-could-eat buffet. When they got there, the guy asked her if she can pay for her own food. It was $36 per person. Weird, I know. If you ask someone out on a date, you are supposed to pay for it. While on the date, the conversation of kids came up, and he found out that she doesn't want to have kids, but he does. So at the end of the night, he sent her this text message. Y'all can pause to read. Now, as you can see from his text message, it was very respectful. He respected her boundaries. He understood that she doesn't want to have kids, but in the future, he does. Now, while I can understand that she was upset about the bad date, because it was a bad date, I'm not debating that. Her response was very rude and disrespectful, and it was uncalled for. I was very surprised at the comment section that women were holding her accountable by telling her that.
I just saw a video of a young lady who said that she went on a date with a 6'4" broke boy, and she basically describes a perfectly fine date. It just wasn't what she would want. He let her know at the beginning of the date that he couldn't afford the $36 all-you-can-eat meal, and he asked if they could do the other options. There were other options, and they did the other options. She didn't like the way he ordered his soda. She didn't like him asking for butter for his sushi. She didn't like that he asked to walk her to her car. And at the end of the day, whenever they got home, he sent her a text message and he was like, hey, you know what? I actually want kids. You don't want kids. I don't think it's going to work out. Really, what he wanted to say was like, you were a mean bitch, and so I don't want to see you again. But he just let it down soft and said, hey, we're not aligned. And she was mad. You hated the date. You hated the nigga. You thought he was broke. You just berated him the whole time. And then you're mad when he doesn't want to be with you. That's how I know that you guys really don't want partnership. You guys want the opportunity for clickbait. You want the opportunity to be validated by making yourselves feel better than other people. You want the opportunity to go viral online. Like you're not really looking for partnership, because just because that man didn't align with what you wanted, he wasn't rude, he wasn't disrespectful. You could have still had a nice time and had that conversation with him afterwards. Like, hey, you could have been the one to be like, hey, you know what? We're actually not aligned. I hope you have a great day. Like he did, but instead you use his story to come on here and try to get some clicks and views on the internet. Like, a lot of y'all are not, y'all ain't it. Like, a lot of y'all are not it to really be acting the way y'all act. Like, y'all act like y'all are died and y'all are Michelle Obama. Like, you don't have standards. They're not real standards, you guys. Because if you had standards, you would have never went on a date with somebody who was 30 something years old, who only worked 20 hours at the pizza place.
You know, I'm not the only one that thinks that the girl who went on a date with the 6'4" broke boy, I do feel like she was a little harsh. Oh my God. Now, was he dead ass wrong for asking her to go on a date? And, you know, like, damn, if it's all you could eat for $35 and you didn't have $35, like, you really shouldn't be dating. I'm just being honest. Like, damn, at least have $100 to $150 in the account for dinner. So anyways, y'all get to the dinner. He's, you know, being honest, and he don't got it. She's like, well, I want to eat what I want to eat. I'm paying for it anyways. Cool. She said the date was like, it was okay. It's like pretty standard. But at the end, like, after, you know, because I feel like she probably was already pissed that he wasn't paying for her meal. Because, like, why did you invite me out if you just couldn't afford to pay? But then, you know, she went to the car, whatever, and he texted her. He said, it was nice to meet you this evening, but I guess I messed up by not noticing before meeting that you didn't want children. And that's really important to me. So unfortunately, I don't think this is a good match, but I hope you have a good night. And I hope you made it home safely. Best of luck to you. Love, and enjoy your sushi. I feel like that was a pretty decent response. It was to the point. Whether it's true or not about the kids, it doesn't matter. At least he let you know he didn't ghost you. Very emotionally mature. The only thing I could fault this man on is not having $35 plus tip to pay. Even if he wasn't going to eat, even if he had $50, he was like, well, I got $50 or 30, you know, whatever. Like, she then says this wasn't going to go anywhere because you're broke. You, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, that's not funny. You having a heart attack over a $36 buffet is a huge ick. How do you want kids, but you work 20 hours a week at Jet's Pizza? You expect the mother to be the sole provider while you run around Tampa Bay filming movies? Broke men disgust me. I was trying to be nice because I understand everyone's journey is different, but please do not think you're the prize here. I don't necessarily think he thought he was the prize. I really don't think he thought that. Like, and I know everybody's like anti-men, but I do think that was a little harsh. I think that was a little bit mean. I think a swift blocking would have been fine. Or if you wanted to say, hey, I mean, thank you so much for that. You know, you should never bring a woman out if you don't at least have $150 into your account. But like, lighting him up for like the Jets pizza, like, that was unladylike. It just wasn't nice. Maybe she wasn't going for nice. Maybe she just wanted to hurt his feelings. But I'm pretty sure, I think she kind of like wasn't feeling the fact that he didn't pay, but wasn't like 110% done with him. And then when he cut it off, that just was like, just threw her over the edge. First of all, if you are taking a lady out, if you ask a lady out on a date, you should have money to be able to pay for the food you guys are going to eat. You should be the one paying because you ask for the date. There was a guy I asked. He said if he asked a lady for a date, he will be the one to pay. But if she asks him out on a date, she will be the one to pay. So guys, how true is that? For the guy, that was, I don't know. That was, the money was not much. He could have afforded it, but we don't really know what his budget was if he had money at that time, because sometimes you will be completely broke. There will not be any money in your account. So I don't want to blame the guy. Maybe he was not having money, but then again, I blame him. If you know you don't have money, why are you asking for a date? Why are you asking for a date if you don't have money? When you are taking a lady for a date, you should have 200 in your account to spare for the lady. You know, you guys can just eat something nice, you know. You cannot even pay. No, that was really low in the guy's part. And the date from the beginning was just a disaster. According to her, it was a disaster, and I feel she was not really happy that he did not pay for her meal, because if a guy take me out on a date, I'm not paying. You are the one that want me. You are the one that want to have a date with me. You have to pay. It's a must. You have to pay. Except maybe we are not partners, we are not dating, then, you know, I can pay sometimes. And the lady was kind of rude. That was mean. The message she sent to him was really mean, because he was trying to like be polite, you know. He know that the energy between them was not nice, so he was trying to be polite, not to get her angry. So he sent a very friendly message, but the lady on the other hand, she was not having it. She has to bomb blast him with that message. She said, "You are a broke guy. Come on, don't say that. You were very mean, and you should have just block him, or maybe your reply, yeah, I me too. I can't have a child, so yeah, nice to meet you too." But she just went all out on the guy. Take it easy. Ladies, take it easy. I know a lot of you don't want to have a partner. I also know a lot of you don't want to have kids, but take it easy. The fire is too much. Guys, if you don't have money, please do not even think of taking a lady on a date. This is 2026. The ladies, they are not smiling. You gotta have money to take a lady to a date. Me now will get ready, you know, feeling all sexy, and I'll go on a date and you'll be telling me to pay. No, that was too much. Okay guys, thank you so much. That will be all for this video, and I have a question to ask. If you were the lady, will you pay your own meal if a guy take you out on a date? And if you are a guy, is it compulsory that a lady should pay her own food when you guys go out on a date? Leave your answer in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.